Did you know there's a whole tree hiding inside a mango? Let me show you. But first you have to find it. And it's buried deeper than you'd think. Past the skin, past the flesh, past everything that actually tastes good. So you start carving. Slice by slice, you work your way through the flesh. And trust me, you'll know the moment you hit it. Your knife just stops. That's the pit. What you're left with is this, a hard, woody pit. But this isn't the seed yet. It's just the shell. If you carefully open it, you can find the actual seed. I took it out and put it halfway into water to see if it would germinate. Besides that, I set up my camera, pressed record, and let the time-lapse do the rest. For the first few days, nothing. Then, a root reaching downward. And slowly something else started growing too. A little stem, right there underwater. That was my sign to move it into soil. I tucked it into a loose mix of potting soil, perlite, and a bit of coco coir. Airy enough for those young roots to breathe. Then a good soak, and now we wait. At first, nothing much happens. The stem just sits there, getting used to its new home. But then it takes off, shooting upward like it suddenly remembered it had places to be. And there they are, the first leaves unfurling one by one. And here's the thing I really didn't expect. They weren't green. They came in a deep, glossy red, almost like wine. For a few days, the whole plant looked like something out of a different season entirely, and until that red slowly faded and the green took over. Then came the rhythm. Week after week, new leaves would appear, and each one was bigger than the last, like the plant was actively trying to outdo itself. I'd walk past the shelf and think, wait, was that one there some days ago? The setup, meanwhile, was almost embarrassingly simple. A grow light standing in for the sun, a well-draining soil mix I never changed, and water, just whenever the top layer felt dry. That's it. No fertilizer schedule, no humidity tent, no carefully calibrated temperature, no whispered words of encouragement. Just light, soil, water, and time. And here's the part that still kind of amazes me. I have no greenhouse, no garden, no tropical climate outside my window. I live in a place where mangoes definitely do not grow. No expensive equipment, no horticultural background, no special tricks. Just a seed I almost threw away, a shelf next to my desk, and a lot of patience. But somehow, leaf by leaf, week by week, the thing kept going. And slowly, almost without me noticing, it stopped looking like a seedling. The stem got thicker, and one day I looked over and realized that's not a houseplant anymore. That's a small tree. 365 days of filming. One seed, one shelf, one very patient camera. And honestly, I'm not sure where to stop. Do I keep filming for another year? Should I keep filming until this thing produces fruit? Because at this point, I think I have to.